Okay, we're starting out with the stuff. So anyways, we walk on, and I had to do the next part at night because of my next capturing thing, because I kind of need a HM slave to use cut. I'm not going to waste a valuable move slot on my team by making one of my other Pokemon have cut. So anyways, if you go to the Azalea Forest, you could find a variety of things. The epic win Oddish, the epic fail random Zubat encounters, and of course Paris. So if you want a Parasect, this is probably the place to get one. And this is one of the disappointing things about Pokemon for me for this generation. I mean, come on! We've already gone through a cave with like level 8 as the highest level in the entire cave, as in without Surf and Old Rod and whatnot, but come on! Are you kidding me? Level 6? And what were they thinking? So anyways, Angry Video Game Nerd reference. Anywho, I catch the Paris in one Great Ball, and it's cool. I name it Diced Mushrooms, I think. Or Diced Shrooms, anyway. And that's all cool and whatnot. And it will be my cut slave, so yeah. You get in there and you cut. Yeah, that's right. So, now then I name it Diced Shrooms. Maybe I should have sped this up, I don't know. I'm hoping that this won't go over because it's 11 minutes and 5 seconds long of footage. If I have to, I'll get rid of 5 seconds. Anyways, that was a wild encounter, probably an Oddish. And I was like, oh, screw you, game. I wanted to get an Oddish for my HM slave, but then again, Tom would probably kill me. So, and we run into another freaking Oddish, and, now I go up here, and there's a Farfetch'd Zong. So you talk to the Farfetch'd, and it goes, Quah! And runs away. And, yeah, Farfetch'd sounds like that, so remember, next time you see a Farfetch'd, it'll go, Quah! So you find a Revive there, which is nice. And another wild encounter. I hate those things. That's the kind of the cool thing about my computer, even though it doesn't have the best technology and whatnot inside of it. If I use the speed up button, I can just edit out a battle without having to do anything. So anyways, here's the Farfetch'd. This is the only way I can think of that you can actually get the Farfetch'd to go back to the owner. So you go over here, and you're like, oh, hi, Farfetch'd, I've been following you. And he's like, oh my god, there's a tree. So he walks up, and he goes up there, and he flies away. And all of a sudden, you see some guy standing here, and he's like, ah, my Farfetch'd, you found it for us, kid. I wouldn't be able to, without it, I wouldn't be able to cut down trees with charcoal. Thanks, kid. No, I can thank you. I know. Give me this. So you get the hidden move number 1, which is, in every single solitary Pokemon game, the first HM you get, and it is Cut. So now you are able to use Cut. And it's especially effective if you want to move on in the game. I mean, if you don't want to, then you can just stay around this area and level up until you're level 100, but I really don't recommend that. So the cool thing about Paris is that you can teach it Flash, too, which I probably am never going to have to use. Well, actually, I kind of plan to use it because I'm going to be catching Lugia, because that's kind of the point of this game. And my Kingdra grew to level 69. Whee! Anywho, that's the Forest Shrine. Its protector is Celebi. So, if you're playing Crystal and you're Japanese, you can possibly get a great GS ball thingy to put in there and catch a Celebi, which is level 30, but of course, I'm not playing Crystal and I'm not Japanese, so... And I'm pretty sure that event ended a long time ago. So if you go over here, you can find a wild Pokemon, and you can also find a full heal, which is cool. Full heals are great because they help get rid of status elements, if only they cost as much as lava cookies in 3rd gen. That's probably one of the best things about 3rd gen. Anyways, you go up here, and there is a super potion, so it's kind of good. I personally would buy, like, Lemonade because, you know, it restores 80 HP for about half the price. And another wild Pokemon. God, there were so many freaking encounters. Seriously. God, it's like every other step. And they're not anything really that important because they're all very low-leveled. So anyways, talking to this guy, and he's like, what am I doing? I'm shaking heads of Treebutt. Treebutt, yes, Treebutt. I'm shaking heads of Treebutt. I'm shaking trees with Headbutt. If you hit the trees, you can possibly get Pokemon. So I'm like, okay, cool. It's normal type and stabs, so I'm just going to give it to Dingus. And so, yeah, I will no longer be screaming out Rage when I use Dingus, because Dingus doesn't have Rage anymore. Because Headbutt does a ton of damage with this thing. I mean, seriously, if you want to get through this game, and you want to get through it with an easy team, just freaking look forever to get a Dunsparce. I got lucky and found it the first time. So anyways, I decided to try and demonstrate Headbutt, but of course, since the game hates me, I can't find anything. Headbutt allows you to find some exclusive Pokemon such as Aipom and Heracross. So if you want one of those, then that's the only way you're going to get one. It's easier than Honeytrees. And you can also get some stuff like Execute, which is cool. Execute's win. And if you can ever find a freaking Leaf Stone, you can evolve it, because this isn't Pokemon Crystal, and there's not trainers that'll give out freaking stones for you. You have to wait until you're in Kanto to get stones. I really don't think there's anywhere else in this entire region of Johto to actually get the stones. I hope they fix that in Hard Gold and Soul Silver. Anyways, I tried to throw you off if you think there's an item there, but there's not. And in Crystal, you can find Psyduck in here, so if you want a Psyduck, this is where you can get it. So I go through this thing, and there's a woman with a Butterfree, and she's like, "Oh, you're making a Pokedex? It would be hard if you can get a Pokemon to appear. Here, take this TM." And the TM is Sweet Scent, which will automatically make a Pokemon appear so long as you use it. In a grassy patch, that is. So this girl talks about more stuff about Celebi, and she's like, yeah, I don't understand why they're trying to push Celebi as if you can get it in this game. So there's a trainer there. I'm not going to do any on-screen battles in this part. At least, not until I get up here when this guy from the left side of the, right side of the screen just tries to ambush me within a battle, but I suppose in the end it's not really that big a deal. So he's got a Psyduck, and it's got a really creepy sprite for 2nd gen. I mean, I don't... Okay, it doesn't look that bad, but it just looks creepy to me, I don't know. So Zubat is going to obviously own this thing. I wish Psyduck was part Psychic so I could own it faster, but of course. Anyways, I think I end up speeding it up because I'm tired of waiting for this, and I was trying to send out Bayleaf there, but for some reason I sent out Dingus. And I didn't want to spend the entire time doing this, so I just killed it with Headbutt, and that just shows the epic power of Dingus. So, yeah, Dunsparce really makes this game super easy. Well, not super easy, just makes it... I don't know, I've never gone through with the Dunsparce, so it's kind of cool. Anyway, now we are in Goldenrod City, the city where Jeremy's favorite Pokemon girl character lives, aka Whitney. And if you don't know who Jeremy is, it's Jer64, he's awesome. Yeah, he's on Pokemon Community as like a moderator person, or an admin now, I can't remember. But he also does a pack called Pokemon Ice, but that's totally irrelevant. Well, actually, it's a pack of gold, so whatever. So anyway, you can go into the mart, and they have a bunch of stuff over there. You can go up here, and you'll pass by the magnet train station, which doesn't work yet, the gym where Whitney is with her evil Miltank, and this area. You can talk to that guy on the left, and he'll give you a Spearow to deliver to somebody. And this girl, I thought, had a Marill, but apparently she has a Vulpix. And, of course, as I have talked about in my past playthrough videos, Vulpix is an exclusive to Silver. Unless, of course, you trade one over. But you can't catch it in Silver, and you can't catch... I mean, you can catch it in Silver. You can't catch it if you don't have Silver. God, I really need to make a script or something for this stuff. I mean, seriously. I keep messing up. So, knowing that it's a dumb move to stay in with my Bayleaf, I decided to go into Dingus, because Dingus can just own this thing in 2 hits. And by 2 hits, I mean I just want to use Mud Slap for lulz. And, of course, the Mud Slap won't take it out, because Mud Slap has pathetic base power. And is just, yeah. So you Headbutt, and the Vulpix should die. If it doesn't die, then it's hacked. So Flower Power gains experience, and so does Dingus. I wish Flower Power could have gotten all the experience, but of course, the Dingus has to take it somewhat. So now you can bypass these trainers, and this guy has a Diglett, Zubat, I think, and another Diglett, and I tried to speed up most of it because I didn't really feel like showing the battle because I was running out of time. And knowing my luck, the entire thing froze. So anyway, you beat the trainer, you get money. That's kind of common stuff. So, yeah, I was doing more skipping around because I just did not want to battle anybody else, but I get caught up in these guys. So this guy has a bunch of Magmars, just 2 of them, and they're not that hard to take down. I mean, all you gotta do is have some type of water-type move or something. Even not a water-type move will take it down. Just, you know, go for it. And I send out this thing because it can, whatever. And Dingus owns them off-screen. And it learns Spite, but I didn't want to teach it that because it's kind of a useless move. So now this guy decides to just show you his balls, and he sends out 4 Voltorbs, and they increase in level very slightly. He had a level 2 Voltorb, for God's sake. This is why I think the people that made Pokemon Gold and Silver were on drugs. So you go up into this place. This is the National Park. If you go over to the right, you can get a Quick Claw from a woman who's sitting next to a Persian, I think. But anyways, I also wanted to show you this part because there's a break in this fence where you can go and obtain a Dig TM, which will be useful if you want to have something with Dig, because there's a lot of caves that are in the game and a lot of areas where you need to dig out of, and it's easier than trying to walk through the place and getting more wild encounters and whatnot. So, you just go down this way, and I was really cutting it close for time here, so yeah. You just come down here, and there is a TM28 which contains Dig. So anyways, I'll end on this part, and hopefully next time we will take on Whitney, or at least do something more productive.